Welcome to my channel. This video is for a woodland ruffle wreath using one roll of 10-inch mesh and a 14-inch wreath form. If you haven't done so, please subscribe and don't forget to tap the bell for notifications on my uploads and live streams. I'll be using these wreath ties. They're 12 inches long. If you don't have these, you can use chenille stems. And I'm attaching them to the top two wires on the wreath form. I'm attaching one to every section around the top. So I'm going right next to the cross wire that runs down the wreath form. That's where I'm attaching them. And I'm trying to twist them very tightly, that way they don't move around too much. It's okay if they slide around a little bit, but you don't want them super loose. And if they're too loose and you can't get them tight enough, just add a little hot glue to the wreath tie and the wreath form where they're attached, and it'll help hold them in place. Now I'm going across the bottom. And again, I'm adding one to every section, but I am going to go back and add a couple of extras because I'll have extra ruffles. So if you wanted to count how many ruffles you had to begin with and then add that many wreath ties, that would be great too. But I didn't do that. I just kind of went along with it and just started with 6 along the bottom. Now if you buy these already pre-made, you'll notice that it'll have more around the outer part because the outer part is wider. So I cut my mesh at 24 inches long, and you just want to spiral both ends, and you can do it differently. It doesn't have to be a certain amount. I think I left about 8-9 inches there in the middle, and then you ruffle that part. So it's like a ruffle and a spiral put together. And then I'm just going to wrap it around that wreath tie. Just put it in there and wrap it as tightly as you can and give it a good couple of twists so it doesn't come undone. And then just spread it out just a little bit. Don't mess with it too much. So again, I'm just rolling that up a little bit, and I'm taking a clip to hold it in place. You can actually roll both ends at the same time if you want, if that works for you. And then I just flip it back over so it's on the right side and ruffle it. So I always turn it inside out or upside down and do the spirals, and then I flip it back over to do the ruffling. And I'm going to attach at the top and then at the bottom and just keep going back and forth all the way around. And again, make sure you twist that a good couple of times. And you can kind of twist it around if you need the ruffle to be going in a different direction, if it's not looking full enough. And when you first start, you're thinking, this does not look full, this is not going to work. But once you get them all attached, it looks really good. This was one of the last ruffles I made. You can see it's super spirally. As you get down into the roll of mesh in the inner part, it's more spiraled than the outer part, so it's more difficult to ruffle, but just work with it. And here I'm going to go super fast for you guys. Now I came across a little issue with this roll, and I've never had this happen before. When I got about 3/4 of the way in, or even probably about 90% in the roll, it was split, and so I ended up with 2 small pieces that I had to work with. You see those there. So I just went ahead and ruffled those. I'll show you in a minute, and then just added them on top of the others. Now here's where I added 2 more ruffles, and what I did was I just slid the ones that I already attached. I just kind of slid them over and then kind of evened them out, and I'll kind of show you that. I'll flip it upside down in a minute, the whole wreath, and I'll show you that. So you could just add these on top of the other ones, or you can, like I'm doing here, and fill it in throughout. It just depends on what you need. Now again, this is a 14-inch wreath form, so I can't guarantee that you'll have enough ruffles if you do a bigger wreath. And here I am, one more on the opposite side. So I attached the extra on one side, and then I went completely on the opposite side and attached it on the other side. And here are these really small pieces, and again I just decided to attach those on top of 2 existing ones. And again, I did one on one side and one on the other side. And here I flip it over, and you can see you can kind of spread them out evenly to make sure that all the ruffles are attached evenly. So I should have 6 on the inner part attached, and then 8 ruffles on the outer part. And here it is. There's a picture of it before I decorate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Please subscribe. Don't forget to tap the bell for notifications. Share, like, comment. Please be kind with your comments. Please be kind to others, and happy crafting. Thank you.